Here's another way to just poke around in your tree to see what needs to be done. Sometimes you can find new people. Most of the time you can find new information. So I'm going to come over here, my home page. It's going to look different from yours. I'm going to click on Family Tree and then the tree. I don't want it in landscape. I want it in fan chart. And if I click over here, it tells me that I'm going back seven generations. I was just poking around, just picked somebody at random that was not from Denmark or Ireland. Ireland had a lot of fires and a lot of records are missing. It's not a good place for beginners, in my opinion. And Denmark, literally, the government for a long time required a person to pick a name for their child off of an approved list or get approval from the government. So the joke is that there are only 39 names in all of Denmark during a certain period of time, and they all traded and shared. And so until you're more proficient, it's not a good place to start. So I picked, I'm not even going to try to say their names, who lived in Connecticut in 1751. That's where he was born. And I'm going to click on his name. And then I want to view the tree, but this time I don't want it a fan chart, which, you know, it would go even back farther and farther if I wanted to, but I want to do landscape because this shows his descendants. So I've just been poking around for the last 15 or so minutes. And I keep down this road. Just as a reminder, this little icon means that there was another marriage. This yellow temple caught my eye. It usually means that somebody needs more information. Well, we have, for the wife, we have a birth year and a death year. I'm going to click on her page. Open up her page. She's got 6 sources. I'm going to click on his page. He has 1 source, and it's an obituary for her. We know that because the dates, this is what's in the obituary. This is what's on Family Search. The dates tell us this is all about her. I'm going to change. Right now we're looking at Henry Hoffman. We're going to change to Loretta. This other person is a nephew. We're not going to worry about that right now. So the only source is him listed in a Michigan obituary as her husband. That's all. So we are going to exit off that. We don't need his, there's really no information here. So we're going to go back to her information. We're going to go over here to Ancestry. As a reminder, it's going to take all the information off of her page and put it in Ancestry as we look. Here is a marriage record. So if you look over here, here's her parents, Willis Smith and Cornelia Carr. Cornelia Bertha Carr. And there they are right there. And there's Henry P. Hoffman. So we're going to click on that. This gives us a birth or a marriage date, which I don't know is there. I don't think that it's there. So we're going to put information from Ancestry onto their pages, but we're not going to leave till we can get some sources to back us up on Family Search. We're going to move the sources onto Family Search. So that's where when they got married. And they got married in Detroit, Wayne, Michigan. So we know we have the right person because we've got the right parents. And then we're going to save that. And now it's going to show right there. So if we go back to his page, let's see what we can find out about him. If we go to Henry P. Hoffman, there's her Find a Grave. He might be on there. In fact, I'm gonna double click. I'm on a laptop, and so I'm gonna hit my little finger pad twice and pull it down, okay? So that tab goes in its own window, and I'm gonna start opening pages. Henry Paul. Well, it will eventually load. Until then, we're going to go here and click on Mr. Henry P. Hoffman. And there's his Find a Grave. They were married in 32, so 1940 would be the first. But we're going to click on this because we know his father's name is Henry and his mother name is Ella. And I'm just going to click on all of these that I am interested in looking at. Okay, we know his name is Henry Paul. So we're going to edit his name. Whoops. We don't need that anymore. He was born in 1882 in Michigan. Every time I switch back and forth, I'm holding down Alt and touching Tab, and that moves me back and forth. And I love doing it that way because it's so much faster. 1882 in Michigan. I'm going to refresh the page by pushing F5 on my PC. And look what comes up. Oh my goodness. All right, Henry Paul. This should give a better date. It does right there. We're going to review and attach. Okay, he's already in the system. So I'm going to click on that. He's got 17 sources. I'm going to copy this one. Hold down Control and click on his name so we open a new page and see what it says here. Henry and Ella, we knew that those were his parents' names. This is with a different wife. We are going to merge because we know that he was born in Michigan in 1882, and those are his parents' names. So we're going to merge by ID. This is a better date. These are some of the things that we know about him. There's his first wife. Here's his second wife. Parents and children All we have so far over here is just that obituary, and he has a lot of sources over here. We're going to continue. See what is brought over should just be his wife, that new wife, and that obituary. We're going to continue, and no details conflict. That's the one I'm going to choose. You can write your own if you want. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm going to Alt Tab back over here. See, there's the information, and we have the marriage date here, and here he was married in 1910. So we can get rid of, well, we're going to leave that because we haven't brought that source over. 1940, he's with Loretta. Here it says Lavetta, and there's his mom. So we are going to go look for 1940 in Family Search. We're going to put that his mom, whoops, and for that census, he was in Detroit, Michigan. I'm going to come over here and say his residence, Control V, is Detroit, Michigan in 1940. And we're going to do a search. Oh, it's already, see that number? That number and this number are the same. So he's already got 1940. So we're going to click off of that. I'm just going to go down the line and see what we have and what we don't have. And I can look here. Whoops. That's our deleted guy. I'm going to refresh the page. Oh, I can't click off of it because this little record window's in the way. So I'm going to scoot it and delete. He's got so many sources. I would like to look at a few of the ones that have somebody that's not on there. I don't know who Josephine Lake is. I don't know who John Henry is. Nobody has that last name. And so I can actually dismiss it off of his page. There's the 1940 census. That didn't get her. So we're going to attach her. 1897, 1896, close enough, in Michigan. She's married here. Once again, that 1935 just always has a non-standardized place. You don't need to worry about it. If it really bugs you, you can just undo it. It's always interesting to me to see if they moved in that 5 years. And attach. All right, so this is all from this one thing that I looked up. I'm going to refresh the page. And now it's no longer a yellow temple. So if when I was looking around at some of the other ones, there were others that had blue, um, like whoops, that one just disappeared. Means it got attached. But when I was looking around, there were other blue things that need to be done. This red thing means that something is a problem. Like this is probably a standardization problem. Yeah, missing standardized burial place. Anyway, just look around. You'll find blue source linkers that need to be taken care of, and sometimes you find new information and new people.